There is something strangely satisfying about pulling a dedicated camera out of a pocket instead of reaching for a smartphone. This little purple number from Nikon is a reminder of a time when point-and-shoots were the absolute kings of the casual snapshot. It is compact, it is vibrant, and honestly, it has a certain charm that modern phone cameras just cannot replicate. Holding it, you notice how lightweight it is. It feels like a smooth, rounded pebble that just happens to capture memories. The build is plastic, sure, but it feels sturdy enough to survive being tossed into a bag without a second thought. Now the star of the show here is that 7x optical zoom. When you are out and about, having that extra reach without needing to pinch and zoom on a screen is a game changer. It uses a Nikon glass lens, which is a nice touch, and it really does make a difference when you are trying to pull in a subject from across the street. The vibration reduction is working overtime here, too. It is not going to turn you into a professional cinematographer, but for those shaky-handed moments, it keeps things steady enough that your shots do not end up looking like a blurry mess. The 20-megapixel sensor is perfectly fine for social media or printing out a few photos for the fridge. It uses CCD technology, which gives the colors a specific, punchy look that feels a bit more organic than the hyper-processed images we see from phones today. You get a decent range of metering options, so if you are feeling adventurous, you can play around with spot or center-weighted settings to get the lighting just right. Video is capped at 720p, which is definitely showing its age. It is not going to win any awards for clarity, and in low light, you are going to see some grain, but for quick, candid clips, it gets the job done. One thing to keep in mind is that this is an older piece of tech. You are not getting instant cloud syncing or fancy AI editing tools here. You are dealing with JPEGs and a menu system that feels like a trip back to the early 2000s. It is simple, straightforward, and honestly, that is part of the appeal. You turn it on, you point, you shoot, and you move on with your day. The battery life is decent, but if you are planning a full day of shooting, you might want to keep a spare handy. It is not the most powerful tool on the market, and it certainly has its limitations when the sun goes down. But there is a genuine joy in using a device that does one thing and does it well. If you are looking for something to throw in your pocket for a weekend trip, or just want to get away from the constant notifications of a smartphone while you are trying to take photos, this little purple companion is a surprisingly fun way to do it. It is not perfect, but it has character, and sometimes that is exactly what you need.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.